Will you locate his Gucci pouch in the bathroom? What did you say? I texted, there's no residue and I didn't steal an Addy. Meanwhile, what? Meaning what? It said Addy means Adderall, okay? Smizer says, a part of your employment, did you have any role in obtaining drugs? Perez says, a handful of times. I'd purchased or grabbed them from someone outside. AUSA says, who were you getting drugs for? Perez says, Mr. Combs. AUSA says, which drugs? Perez says, cocaine, Xanax, and Molly. Smizer says, how did you pay for the drugs? Perez says, cash. Where did you get the cash from? Perez says, security or the Gucci pouch? AUSA says, who in security? Perez says, Fahim. AUSA says, did your text here say that? Perez says, I texted Fahim, I need 700 for Guido. What's Guido? It said, for drugs. Smizer said, in this text, I texted that I'm waiting for the funds from TriStar, Mr. Combs' business manager. And so, who'd you interact with at TriStar? So Robin Greenhill. Said, did you get a FaceTime from Combs from Jane's house? He says, yes. So I dropped him at Jane's house with his supplies. Then he called me a couple hours later. Combs says, how did Mr. Combs appear in the FaceTime? Perez says, angry and annoyed. AUSA says, could you see Jane's face? Perez says, no, she was turned away. Smizer says, what did Mr. Combs ask? Perez says, for me to say that there had been another female. What? Perez says, Combs asked for him to say there had been another female on the trip we'd been on. I said, no. Someone said, had there been? Perez says, no. How did you react during this FaceTime? Perez says, pretty normal, I thought. What? That's kind of odd. This guy's saying that Diddy asked him to say if there had been another female on the trip. And he said no. What? So what did you do? I told Fahim and KK that Combs was arguing with his guests and that I was going to pick him up. AUSA says, what is this? Perez says, the message between me, Fahim, and Mr. Combs on June 20th. It says, I wrote, need cash for his guest ASAP. Okay. Smizer says, do you know what the money was for? Perez says, no. Did you leave working for Mr. Combs? Perez says, yes, to avoid a situation like this. AUSA says, how did you feel about Mr. Combs? Perez says, great. The same way as when I worked there. AUSA says, no further questions. Steele then comes up. Brian Steele says, is Mr. Combs a motivator? Yes, he is. Steele says, have you seen Mr. Combs cry? Let me show you something. Let me give you a second. The judge says, Your Honor, may I hand him a book? You may. They hand him 3605. Yeah. Okay. All right. Waiting on a couple tweets here. While we wait on that, chat, I don't even know. Chat, should I react to all that Toronto stuff? By the way, I don't know if you guys saw, Antonio Brown has been actually charged with attempted murder for the incident that went down at Aiden Ross's boxing event. So Aiden Ross's boxing event where he was getting back up, right? Back up. That's him right here. Who's that? Oh, sorry. Apparently he grabbed a weapon and chased after them. He's running back here right now. You're going to hear shots in a second. Who the fuck is that nigga, bro? Look at a little pump with the chair acting like he think this is WWE. That'll make a nigga change his mind.
Go. Nah, shots is crazy. Shots were fired.
He was later taken into custody and detained temporarily for the shooting, but he was not charged at the moment. He was actually released pending an investigation on what happened. Now, it didn't take long for them to figure out what happened because there's a million cameras, and surprise, if you do a crime when 4,000 people are streaming, they probably have every camera angle of everything. Now, to just explain you what I'm familiar with Florida law, people keep saying there's a stand your ground statute. A stand your ground statute just means that if you're, and we could Google it, Florida, we meant to play Lauren Conlon after, so I'll just put it there. Florida stand your ground law. The law actually says it allows individuals to use force, including deadly force, in situations where they reasonably believe that they're imminent risk of death or great bodily harm without having a duty to retreat. Now, here's the thing. While he was involved in a fight, somebody would try to take his chain. None of that meant he felt he was going to die. That's what the law enforcement and the DA thinks. Obviously, he's going to make that point. You know. Obviously, if I'm his lawyer, and I don't know who's going to take this case, if I'm his lawyer, you know what I would say? They attacked him first. They then he hears someone says, you got to make it up. This is why they say it's better if you kill somebody, because the nigga can't show up to be like, I never said that. Be like, yo, I heard somebody say, yo, go grab the strap. You got to say something like that. Yo, go grab the strap. So when I heard not only they attacked me, I heard that they were going to go get a weapon. So then I got my weapon to defend myself. That could be a very valid defense. But the reason he's charged is they're saying that he got attacked, it got separated, and from how they have looked at this situation, he didn't look like he was in any danger of anything. Okay. So that's their whole point, right? They're looking at it like, hey, you didn't have to do that, right? Like, you didn't have to do that, and by the fact that you did that actually shows that you weren't standing your ground, you were just escalating. So, stand your ground, it just means no duty to retreat, which means that somebody pulls out a gun on you, right? I think this is a good example. Somebody pulls out a gun on you and they shoot at you. You run to your car, say they stop shooting. You run to your car, you didn't get shot, you grab your gun, and then you shoot at them. You have no duty to retreat. So, if you killed them, it is what it is. Same thing, obviously, this has a long history and a lot of different laws. Like, for example, places like New Jersey, and trust me, I know this, we don't have a stand your ground law, which means, if someone is in a threat, you have to de-escalate. However, the closest thing they have to that is something called a castle doctrine, which is, you don't have to retreat in your own house or flee your house. Okay? But it doesn't exist outside of your premises, and basically that's why stand your ground doesn't exist in other states other than few southern states. Anyway, he's charged with that. I'll tell you what this. I don't know if they did a press conference about it. Antonio Brown. Let's see. So he's reportedly wanted. They're saying the warrant was obtained from there, and he's gonna post for a $10,000 bond and stay under house arrest until trial. The warrant was signed by a judge. But attempts to reach Brown on Thursday were unsuccessful. So he's going to turn himself in, pay $10,000. He's going to stay on house arrest. Per the warrant, an off-duty officer working security at the event told police that he saw Brown involved in a physical altercation with a man. Witnesses told police that Brown was the shooter. Brown did not have a weapon on him when he was patted down, but police did find 2 shell casings at an empty gun holster. So it looked like he had a joint on him, okay? In the X post the next day, Brown claimed that he had been jumped by people trying to steal his jewelry. He was led away in cuffs, but the former wide receiver said he was just being detained to share his account with police and he wasn't arrested. He returned to the event after being released. Per the warrant, police found the video footage that seemingly showed Brown punching another person and sparking a fight. Wow. So that's going to be big. So they're saying Antonio Brown started the fight. Whoa. I'm going to be honest with you. That might be the cooker. You see, let me tell you this. When you down in Texas, as I know it might sound a little crazy, when you down in Texas, Georgia, Florida, you got to wait for the other nigga you got to tell him, touch a button. That's what we say in Jamaican terms, touch a button. You got to let the other person kick it off. You don't kick it off. Let them kick it off. When they kick it off, you end it. When they kick it off, you end it. That's it. When they kick it off, you end it. So they found the video footage, and it showed Brown punching another person, sparking a fight, with the footage later appearing that Brown grabbed a gun off a security officer. So he grabbed he didn't even grab his own gun. He grabbed a security officer's gun, I guess his own security, ran back to the person he initially hit, and he fired 2 gunshots as he approached the victim, with the accuser ducking. The alleged victim, who said he had known Brown since 2022, okay, the guy's cooperating. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. Chat, this is why you don't want to have no fights with nobody. A nigga will be online. A nigga will be online. A nigga will be online this entire time. A nigga will be online the entire time telling you A, B, C, D, and E, that he gonna do whatever to you when he see you. It's on sight. And you shoot at the nigga and he's talking to the cops. And I'm not saying, I ain't even saying it's wrong or right. What I'm just saying is that this is why you should probably not engage in certain games with anybody. So the alleged victim, who said he knew Brown since 2022, I guarantee they were both talking crazy to each other. When I see you, nigga, I'm gonna violate you, nigga. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, nigga. And Tony Brown shot at him. He talked to the police. He told the police 5 days later, Brown ran towards him with a gun and shot at him twice, potentially grazing his neck, as per the warrant. The two fought over the gun until the police arrived, at which point Brown walked away. The accuser was treated at the hospital. Brown is a 7-time Pro Bowler with a bevy of off-field issues. Last played in the NFL. He infamously known for ripping off his pads, leaving a team in the middle of a game. Chat, all I could tell you is this. I got to tell you this, chat. I must tell you this, okay? I must tell you this. Unless he has a clean criminal record, if this guy cooperates, and I ain't gonna lie to you, you got to pay this nigga off. Give him 10, 20 bands. Make sure he don't testify. He got to go ghost. I do think, per the security camera, there was a lot of people streaming. Chat, look at it. There's multiple angles. There's multiple angles. Look.
Oh, shit, what? Oh, shit, hey, AB get the scrapping, nigga. Oh, shit, what? What the fuck, that security, AB? Shit.
Now, I will say, AB's my man. I want to be very clear. I love AB. But let me tell you this. I'll be damned in Florida if I put hands on a nigga. You put hands on a nigga, you better be wearing Kevlar. You put hands on a nigga first. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I'm having a hard time believing that AB just socked the nigga out. And if he socked the nigga out, I would think AB didn't plan to shoot a nigga. Because in Florida, it's stupid to me for you to put hands on a nigga when you know that most people are carrying some type of weapon. And it could escalate to that. Okay?
What the fuck, that security, AB? Shit. Oh, what the fuck, twin? Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Now, this might be the individual here or this guy. One of these guys. This looks like security. This is AB. I'm going to assume it's not the guy in the white because AB's back is turned to him. And this guy over here, I can't tell who he is. He might be security too. This guy's trying to throw a punch. this guy's trying to throw a punch. So if it looks like, who knows? Now I'm going to be honest with you. And AB my mans, and I hope you don't get mad at me because I've been cool with him. AB doesn't have the best reputation. There's a few niggas who thought AB ran off on the plug with them. I'm going to be honest with you, in Florida. You know how it go. And like niggas will be like, yo, I'm going to send you this. Do this to me. They feel you ran off on them. If they see you in public and they might have thought you've done bad business, they might tell you or trying to confront you. Now, here's the thing. If they confronted AB and AB, it's really about who hit first. The nigga who punched first, he cooked. And I'm hoping it's not AB. But, and the reason also I'm hoping it's not AB, why would you punch first in a group of niggas that they clearly outnumber you unless you're just hoping that maybe that's his security? Maybe he thought he was going to fight with him. But he clearly got jumped, right? Clearly got jumped.
Oh shit, what? Oh shit, hey, AB get the scrapping nigga. Oh shit, what? What the fuck, that security, AB? Shit. Oh, at the box, oh.
W commentator.
Oh shit.
There's another angle.
Walk in. Yo, it's AB outside. Oh shit.
Now, I'm going to be honest, too. And not that this matters. This is why, let me tell you this. Gun etiquette, don't pull out your gun for play. AB wrong. I'm going to tell you what AB wrong for. If you take that gun off the holster, ain't no reason why you ain't empty the clip. Don't pull a gun for show, for play, for toy, for art. Empty the clip and deal with the consequence. Once you pull that gun, dump it, the whole mag. So when I see 2 or 3 shots get fired, I said AB was playing around, if that was AB. It should have been blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you this because ask anybody who done took a concealed carry class. You not here to do warning shots. This ain't shooting the airtime. Blah, blah, blah. End it. It's over. Dead man tell no tales too. I'm telling you. You don't pull the gun off your hip. Shoot. Bow. Nah. You playing around. I'm telling you the truth. Again, I'm not, you see, some people come from some pussy ass states. I mean, I'm from a pussy ass state. Jersey's pussy in terms of with guns. But I'm a proud gun owner and I believe in all gun rights. For people who have weapons, if you pull your weapon, empty the mag, my nigga. That's a fact. Empty the mag. Empty the mag. Now, again, I don't think he's going to get convicted at the end of the day. I think it's a long way to conviction. The nigga wasn't shot. This is probably some hood nigga. AB going some way, give him some bread. There's going to be some reasonable doubt that maybe he had reason to pull his weapon or to shoot, or maybe this was a stand your ground. There's going to happen to be a couple witnesses who said, oh, I heard them say, yo, we finna get the Glock on this nigga. So it looked like AB just beat him to the punch. I don't think he's going to get, and that's what they said, attempted murder, which, you know, it's not necessarily Florida, but see, Florida, you clearly were shooting at the nigga to kill him. I don't think AB's going to get convicted, but I could see him taking a plea for probation and some house arrest, or going through a lengthy trial trying to beat it, but having to pay off mad niggas to stay quiet or to not testify. So I think he's going to be all right. This is Florida. If this was Jersey, he's cooked. That's 20 years. If that was New Jersey, he's cooked. 20 years. 20 years. Facts. New Jersey don't play around. New York don't play around. 20 years. Florida, he's going to get some wiggle room. He's going to get some wiggle room. He's going to get some wiggle room. I think he'll be fine. But it's a lot more. And by the way, you could tell he's going to be fine. Bro, his motherfucking bond is $10,000. Nigga, you do that in New York, New Jersey, you're not getting out of jail. Period. You ain't getting out of jail. Oh, hell no, you're not getting out of jail. By the way, real quick. I want to also make this very, very clear. Let me just cover this thing yesterday. Chat, I ain't even want to talk about it, but, I wouldn't be me if I didn't, right? Yesterday, Kendrick Lamar went to Toronto and he performed. There's a couple videos out there floating around. Not gonna lie, I heard what I said yesterday. I said if he perform Euphoria, I gotta post it. Just gotta be honest, I gotta post it. I'm a hip-hop guy, I gotta post it. This nigga not only went there to perform Euphoria, the nigga did not like us. This was in Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada. This will happen. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Shit got so bad, they started chanting after he performed the song one more time. This was bad, chat. This is bad. This is bad. I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe, chat. I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe this. niggas even went live. Canadians went live, streaming the whole thing, chat.
Purpose, morale. That's my baby. I'm it down. Got a rap artist. But I'm so okay. Jackson out of my house. Like I'm so okay. Everybody wanna be me until they get killed. Buy and throw away. And I might do a show with them. What's the lame? Always a lame. I'll get dropped the money to mine. I ain't gonna make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever opened a way? Have you ever watched your enemy down? Like with a poker face. Have you ever paid 500 down? Like with an open case? When I am, and I'm doing it all. But I ain't gonna speak. I hate when I'm rap, but talk about guns. Then somebody died, they cut it to guns, and I'm gonna lie. Take my city, be taking for ice.
Now, this was the most shocking part for me.
I'm talking, son.
First time I shot me drinks, the homie that told me the name of this way. He went down the dunk. Today I show you what love from the mistake. Buddy, you told me that you got a ring on God. I'm ready to double the weight. Rather than that, let a Canadian nigga make rock turn in his grave.
They even singing, rather let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in the grave.
What is this, a phrase? Hey!
He performed the whole song, chat. He performed the whole song, chat. He performed the whole song, chat. New Ho King afterwards. This is New Ho King in Canada. This is New Ho King. Toronto crowd was shouting OV host. They asked me to run it back. They say in Toronto they was calling. Look,
Feelings, brother. If you put, hey Drake, if you're watching, it's no hard feelings, brother. If you put me on your ghostwriting team, oh, you might have stood a chance. I don't know. Kendrick been the king of Toronto since 2013. To be honest, OV host is crying. They gotta worry about affidavits right now.
now, let me just say this. Let me say this. First and foremost, by the way, this out of these insecurity. Look. Now, let me just be very clear. Toronto, I've been saying it for the longest. Y'all my favorite city. I've never been more disappointed. I was going to Caribbean. I think I got to cancel that trip. I was about to go to the show last night. And I don't care who this applies to, whether it's Drake, team somebody. Nobody popped out and showed niggas. Not even a cup thrown on stage, nothing. So you telling me this nigga on a worldwide tour just violating, and the only nigga popped up and even had an argument with a nigga was Ak? Oh, nah, I'm good. This was crazy. I'm good. First and foremost, I will just be honest because I call a spade a spade. I think Kendrick, he did a softball performance last night. I'm the one that says when it's time for you to deliver the kill shot, you walk him down and headshot him. He should have performed Not Like Us 6 times in the 6. That's how you do it. That's a fact. I got to keep it a bean. I'm hip hop. 6 times in the 6. If ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it, you should have dropped it 6 times in the 6. Nobody around? It's so sweet. Really? Should have did it 6 times. I can't lie. That's hip hop. That's hip hop shit. I gotta keep it a bean. 6 times. So Kendrick really let niggas off light. Now, the issue with Drake and Kendrick has been litigated already. What was it? The Super Bowl y'all was waiting for? It happened. Was it the Grammys? It happened. Was it the pop out? It happened. It all happened. It all happened. Last night, I wrote a letter to Trump. I said, Trump, we gotta get Canada as our 51st state. Ain't no way. It's no way. It's no way that should have been allowed to happen in Canada. That's when I realized, and this is not all for my Canadian people, because I love my Canadians, and I do love Toronto. It really was my favorite city in the world. They show me so much love. But what I seen last night was a city that was misguided, broken, and not knowing the harsh truths behind some of what this battle is about. Let me make no mistake about it. If you are just a Kendrick fan and you're like, no, we're just glad Drake is catching a L or whatever you want to say, cool, you got it. But when I watch Canadians dance, sing till they're losing their voice box, the whole time I'm looking like, do these goofies know that the idea of Not Like Us is not just Drake? It's none of y'all. You realize the sentiment about Not Like Us is not only to Drake, it's all of y'all Canadians. You realize that's how niggas talk about y'all. That y'all have weird accents. Y'all style is from like 3 different countries, Jamaican, Somalia, everywhere. That's when I realized, I'm like, yo, these niggas think that song is dissing all y'all niggas. But then that's why I realized, I'm like, you know, I spoke to a lot of people from Canada. They said, yeah, niggas in Canada, they don't have no shared identity. You see, the West Coast, I'll give them this at least. They do have a shared identity. Canada, they don't know what's going on. Again, this is not a Drake thing. If you're saying that, by the way, listen, I call a spade a spade. Big W for that. This is how you should do it. I went there when Drake performed back-to-back in Philadelphia. I'm hip-hop at the end of the day. When he did that, I said, that's how you're supposed to do it. Perform your biggest song, dissing that man in his own city. He can't do nothing about it. That's that W. That's how you crystallize it. Dot did the same. I think he should have went crazier. 6 times. I don't know if Drake could say he's a 6 god if this is how it's going down. This was last night I was in awe. What is going on out here? Now, granted, obviously, we're not saying Kendrick don't have fans in Toronto or Canada specifically. But what I realize is that I don't think people understand the idea and the overall themes that went behind the battle. This idea of they not like us. I want to let all of you Canadians, no nigga from the West Coast think any of you Canadians are like them. So to see y'all like, it's like the ones that's dancing, they don't think y'all like them either. They just did a robbery on y'all. Now, granted, again, Kendrick makes great music, so there's nothing wrong with just go support his music. But to watch people celebrate, it's not about Drake win or Drake loss. To watch somebody celebrate the idea of kicking the back end of your entire cultural cultural and existence, I looked at Toronto as a place that was lost last night. I said, wow. Yeah, you see, I identify with people from Toronto. I'm going to tell you why. I'm Jamaican. It's a lot of Jamaicans that migrated to Toronto. Toronto is really a mixed hub of a lot of different races, cultures, and oftentimes, because we know how Americans are, they'll be like, yo, there's no Canadian guy. Why do they talk like that? Why do they do this? It's the reason why when Drake got in hip-hop, he never used his original accent for a long time. So when I hear a song like Not Like Us, again, I know some people are like, you're making it more than what it is. Yo, if you're talking about Drake and Kendrick, the shit been over. I was definitely going to give the fucking cherry on top of the cupcake because, yes, you performed it in a city. But to watch Canadians, I just want to tell all y'all Toronto niggas, the idea of Not Like Us, none of y'all are like what them niggas is talking about. None of y'all. It's the reason why it says, I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga. Canada has strived so long to be pretty much a city that's seen and accepted. So to see them laugh and dance to their own demise, Drake, I got to keep it a bean with you. It's time you start claiming Houston. It's Houston time now. It's Houston time now. It's Houston time. Drake, you got to leave Canada in the past. It's Houston time. It's Houston time. It's Houston time. Now, they might do it in Houston, but at least with Houston, it's a different story out there. But watching the Canadians sing a song or sing songs that was denigrating their whole existence, I sat there and think, do the Canadians think that this song is, the West Coast helped Kendrick win the public sentiment of this battle. You know that the fact that Drake's from Canada and people look at y'all like, who the fuck are they? That's kind of why Drake didn't have that much support. And y'all supported this. Yo, Toronto, y'all are cooked, bro. Y'all are cooked. I can't even lie to you. Y'all are cooked. Yo, Drake, it's time to claim Houston, bro. You got to claim Houston, gang. Go claim Houston. Nah. I ain't even going to lie to you. I don't think the Toronto Raptors going to win a championship for the next 40 years. This is a curse. The Blue Jays won't win no more. Toronto basically just said, a West Coast. Let me tell you this. And I still think Joey Badass giving the West Coast hell is still because of that nigga Kendrick talking about he coming into New York kicking down the buildings like he's Snoop. No, nigga, you ain't doing shit. You see, New York is a prideful place. Last night, I saw Canada get emasculated. We're not talking. The battle with Drake and Kendrick been over. But the nigga dissed y'all exact existence. If you live in Canada today, from Toronto, think about you as a person, as a hip-hop fan. The nigga says, you're Drake. To Kendrick, you're Drake. Okay? To the majority of people who like music, you're Drake. You're not like everybody else. You're from Canada. That's how they look at you. I don't look at y'all like that. I love y'all. That's how they look at you. Watching y'all sit there and parade to it, I said, they might be right. Them niggas might be right. Drake, you got to start claiming Houston, bro. You got to start claiming Houston, bro. It's over. Got to start claiming Houston. Yeah. Watching that disgraceful output by Canada last night, I realized that, I won't say Canadians got no pride, but them Canadians in that building had zero pride. Nigga, I would at least censor myself on certain lyrics. Even if I was a fan. Hold on now. If I'm a fan of you and you dissing, you said all these Jamaican bitch niggas, I'm like, hold on now. I realized them niggas had no pride last night, man. No pride. Because I asked y'all the question. Y'all think Drake could go over there and say, the West Coast ain't got no this, the West Coast ain't this, da-da-da-da-da, and West Coast niggas sing to it? Nah. Even if they like Drake, they just won't sing that. Canada, Toronto, I'm going to holler at Trump, man. Y'all got to become the 51st state, man. After what I seen last night, y'all need some exercises in pride. This is where we from. Fuck that other shit. It ain't even about Drake. But y'all don't got it. So, y'all might as well just fold on. Y'all could come in after Idaho. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just adopt Canada. That shit was crazy last night. W. I keep saying dot. You got the second night tonight? Perform that shit 6 times. There's no pride there. There's no Canadian pride. There's no Canadian pride. Just perform that shit 6 times. If I'm that, I would perform every day. So I don't even perform no other song. Just to let niggas know. That nigga's on the stage just violating Canada the whole time. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga, Big Pac, turn in his grave. What the fuck? Again, it's not about, if y'all want to say the Drake, Kendrick shit, that's a dub for Dot. I gave Drake a dub against, I call a spade a spade. I gave Drake the dub for doing it in Philly. I gave Drake the dub for doing it in Philly. But trust me, Philly niggas got some pride. If there was a song that said all these bitch ass Philly niggas, they're not singing it like that. It's not happening. To me, when I listen to that shit, both Euphoria and that, the idea of they not like us, a lot of it is Canada, which, by the way, he literally spells it out. This is what a lot of niggas think about Canada, not I. They think y'all niggas are cultureless because when they hear y'all, they hear Jamaicans. When they hear y'all, they hear some of y'all beats sound like the UK. They hear y'all, they hear other places. That's why Kendrick say y'all run to this, y'all run to that, y'all run to this, y'all run to that. And that's what people think of Canadians. It's crazy. No, I'm sorry. Not me. I love Canada and I love Toronto. But last night I realized, and it's not all Canadians or Torontonians, it's the niggas that was in the building, they're culturally clueless. They don't realize that Kendrick is dissing their he's dissing Drake, 100%. But he's dissing their entire existence. After that, Drake, you better start claiming Houston, bro. That shit's over. That shit's over. I don't want to hear no more. That shit's over. Disgraceful. Shit was disgraceful. That shit was disgraceful. Disgraceful. And if you say this ain't about where you from, it's just about who you are, it's a reason why he said, you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? Yo, Pac was born in New York. Yo, Toronto, who y'all got? Cardinal Official and Bieber? Shout out to Weekend. That's what y'all should say. You think Toronto gonna let you disrespect Drake, nigga? Yup. Yup. That's crazy. So don't tell me the nigga wasn't using identity and where you from politics. The nigga says on the song, you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show gonna be a last stop, nigga. Can't even lie. I think that Toronto show might have been Kendrick's best show. Shit's crazy. I can't believe it. Toronto niggas is something different, bro. It's something different. I gotta call top 5. It's Toronto niggas is a special breed. I've never seen this before. You can't disrespect Detroit and go perform that in Detroit. Won't happen. You can't. Let me tell you this. You couldn't disrespect Chicago and go to Chicago and perform it like that. Fuck no. Nigga, you couldn't even do it in Broward County and go down to Miami and do it. But Toronto, different place. It's a different place. I don't know what's going on in Toronto, but God bless y'all. God bless y'all. After I seen that, I said, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Let me see. I gotta try to call top 5. That was crazy, y'all. That was crazy. I gotta call a spade, bro. That shit was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I watched that shit last night and I said, yeah, I think it's time we move on. That shit's over. It's time to move on. That shit's over. It's time to move on. That shit's over. That shit is over, bro. It's time we move. It's time we move on, bro. Like, no way. They let an LA nigga go to Toronto and called him the king. Well, obviously not everybody, but the lack of pride is astounding. I'll leave it there. I was just disappointed. Nigga, I looked at that and I'm so hip hop. I looked at that and I was like, all I heard Drake fans did, they had a karaoke outside the event. Chat, last night I realized I think I'm the realest nigga in this shit. Nigga, at least I popped out and show niggas, nigga. Nigga, I went behind enemy lines. Nigga, I popped out and show niggas. It could have went left, right, center, up, down, right, or whatever. I popped out, nigga. Didn't give a fuck. Nigga, last night they said it was the most peaceful show and the best show. I'm good. Toronto, y'all niggas got it. Peace out, okay? Drake, just start claiming Houston, because Toronto ain't it. I'm sorry. Toronto, I love y'all. I was going to come to Carabana. I got to cancel my trip. I can't come. It's no way. It's no way. It's no way. It's no way. No way. Y'all got to get some pride. Y'all got to, like, listen, you see that flag back there? You see that flag back there? It's a reason why I got that flag back there. And I'm an American citizen, but that flag right there is where I was born. That shit is embedded in my heart, my soul. Nigga talk bad about it, nigga, that shit hurts me. Not the Canadians, bro. I'm good. I think Trudeau got these niggas fucked up. All right, we got to get back to the Diddy case. I never seen some shit like that before, bro. Dot, you got it. Yo, that was a hip-hop move last night. The only thing I give you a B instead of an A. You got to do it 6 times. 6 times. 6 times. You got to, nobody going to do nothing. Ain't nobody stopping you. You got to do that shit 6 times. Nigga, you standing on Canadian soil talking about Canadians ain't like that. They're dancing to it. You're saying, niggas don't like the West Coast and I'm here and they're dancing. Fuck it. Keep violating. Keep violating. Keep violating. I can't even lie. I had to check out after that one, chat. Chat, I'm so glad I didn't go to that concert. I would have cried tears up in that. I would have cried tears up in there watching the soulless, prideless Canadians just what? Only thing I ask y'all think Drake could go perform Family Matters and get that type of shit where they're like, fuck Kendrick, fuck Kendrick, fuck Kendrick, fuck the West. Fuck no. Hell no. I don't think so. So anyway, I'm checked out of that. Dot, okay, this is the longest victory lap of all time. All right, wrap it up now, gang. Wrap it up. It's over. Dot, wrap it up. Dot. And this goes for you, Anthony Sala and Dave Free. You was emotional, Dave Free. You had tears in your eyes. It's a fact. Y'all done been on a victory lap for 3 years now. Enough is enough. Y'all performed in that man's home country. Y'all got his own home country dissing themselves. They don't know what's going on. Wrap it up then and keep going on to some other shit. I'm tired of this shit now. God damn it, bro. Wrap it up then. Wrap it up then, man. This shit was embarrassing last night, man. Last night, I was just like this. Ain't no fucking way. Somebody said I was going to cry in the car. Nigga, I was crying almost damn last night. I'm like, nah. Nigga, I love Canada, man. I know they prideful over there. Nope. Cap. Nigga, you couldn't even do that in Cleveland, Ohio, nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Detroit won't let that go down. Facts. Chicago won't let that happen. Facts. Can't do that. Listen, like Philly, well, that did kind of happen in Philly, but you can't diss Philly in Philly. You can't diss Philly in Philly. You can't diss Philly in Philly. You could diss one Philly nigga. You can't say, I'd rather do that than let a Philly nigga. You crazy as hell. That stage will be filled, bro. We in a different age, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, bro. Last night, I realized I said, let's get back to the Cassie case, bro. Canada danced to a song dissing their very existence. You know, I realized they lack self-awareness. What niggas say about Drake, they say about every one of y'all Canadians. They don't think none of y'all black enough. You know the funny thing would be like, yo, this part where they're like, yo, we don't want you hear you saying nigga. They don't think none of y'all Canadians should say nigga. They think y'all sound weird. That was the shit. I was like, wait, Canadians are agreeing with Kendrick about this? They're cooked. They're cooked. I'm sorry, I can't defend it. Y'all got it. I don't know what you done did. You done, boy, you done did some shit, boy. You done did some shit. You found the right ones to play with. You found the right ones to play with, Dot. Maybe you could play that with Toronto and Canada, but you play that with somewhere else, they fuck you up. Stop playing, Dot. You found the right ones. Them Canadians was playing, they were just having a good time. I don't know. And I know some real Canadians, but I don't know what was going on last night. I'm like, fuck him dissing Drake. If the nigga was solely dissing Drake, let him say, Drake, you a bitch. Drake suck a dick. Drake. The nigga at a point started substituting Drake for Canadians. You niggas run to Atlanta. You niggas run over here. You need culture. Y'all don't got shit. Y'all come steal from us. And I'm like, oh shit, he's dissing exactly the epitome of what Drake is. A Canadian rapper. Once I seen that, you can't ride for niggas who ain't riding for themselves. You see, one of my favorite Bible scriptures is God helps those who help themselves. I'm like, hold on. So, where the Canadians at? Nobody? They ain't even throw some Canadian, like Canada Dry at them? Maple syrup? All right, y'all got it. You cool. All right, let's get back to this Diddy trial chat. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief, Jay. That was bad. That was bad. All right, people. Chat, they could get clipped. That's what I really feel. I really was just like, yo, I'd never seen Canada like that last night. And I just want to let the entire Canada know what Kendrick was saying is not what they thought of one of y'all. It's what the majority of Americans think of y'all. Y'all know I'm really close to Canadian and Toronto culture. Why? I'm Jamaican. Jamaican culture is infiltrated there. So that's why, like, sometimes I'll hear people like, yo, why you having an accent that sounds like them? No, I'm Jamaican. Me speak patois. So when I speak it's not language, it's a dialect, patois, that's how their accent is infused. You have a lot of Jamaicans there mixed with Somalians, this and thirds, a cultural mixing pot. So I identify a lot with Toronto culture. So I fuck with them. I don't look at them as weird because I don't think I'm weird, right? But a lot of people in the United States, when they hear Canada, they think of it like a fucking joke. They think of it like these are some weird niggas with weird accents that ain't bout shit, that soft, that have no culture, that just be following and be on our dicks. Y'all just proved it. Sorry. That's true. Y'all can't tell me nothing different. That's exactly that's not how a lot of Americans think of Canada. Be honest. Ain't that The premise of the song? Yo, y'all niggas just be on our dicks. Like, y'all niggas don't got nothing going on. Like, we the real culture. Y'all steal our sauce. Y'all be just trying to, like, come over here and try to get whatever, and try to... And then the Canadians just like, yeah, pretty much, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's just dance to you telling us what we are. I'm like, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Drake, we got to start claiming Houston. Houston. What's that song called? Raining Over Houston? Yup. Yeah, I gotta call top 5. We gotta call top 5. Oh no, he has a new number. My bad. The feds tapped this one. Let me call his other number. His new number, sir. The feds tapped his last number. Let's see if we can get this here. Yo!
Big Ak.
5!
Talk to me, Ak.
5 almost cried tears last time. What's going up in the 6, man?
Those are the same cops that take me down every time they arrest me.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. So before we get to that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so conflicted, cause you see, everybody know, yo, I'm a Jamaican born man. Man, I love Toronto. I feel like Toronto is like Toronto, my cousins. Like when we get together, we vibe. Yo, you know what I like about last night? And I know Kendrick got fans, whatever. I didn't like the fact that they're turning up to him dissing Canada. Like he dissing
That was fucked up.
the essence of what you people are. Like, yo, you my dog. Like, he's...
When I seen the crowd scream one more time, I'm like, fuck, that's fucked.
Yo, what's going on in Toronto? Like, what's...
It's the Illuminati. Yo, Ak, it's the Illuminati attack.
Yo, no, I'm gonna be honest. Last night I was just like, yo, is it like hate in the city? Like, they don't have no pride? Because, yo, put it like this. Yo, put it like this. You can't go to Philly and make a song saying, yo, I'd rather do that than let a Philly nigga come do A, B, or C. They're gonna go crazy. They're not going for it. You can't talk about a city, a group of niggas. You could diss one guy. You could diss one guy still. But you start summing it up like, yo, them Philly niggas, they're on your ass.
How pussy is this? You went to New York to sleep for the night?
Wait, who went to New York?
Kendrick Lamar went to sleep in New York for the night?
Dot went to New York to sleep?
Come on, you know this. The whole streets of Toronto could tell you.
Nah, I thought he was at the Noble. He was like, he had the presidential.
After that video,
Yeah.
he didn't go back. He went to go sleep in New York for the night. And it's coming today again with 25 police escorts. You know what I mean?
Man, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know I get all the calls. She's at the one hotel. You know I get all the calls, Ak.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is a bad look though.
What can I do?
Hold on. Well, you the only one on the front line still.
Hold on. If a man's rolling with 50 cops with AR-15s and fucking police escorts, look at the video, bro. Ak, you're not a biased guy, bro. How come you're not posting the video?
No, well, I post everything on both sides. So because like if I post that, I gotta post like 10 videos on their side too. You know. But Akademiks TV posted. Hey, no, I get you. No, and I do believe that. You know, I think that's smart for them. And really, you know, I'm not even mad at that.
Hey, hold on. I just seen your page. Ye's in New York for Diddy's.
Yo, I played the clip yesterday. Oh, you must be out of the loop. Remember when you were streaming with Ye and you said to him, and you said, "Yo, Ye, but Diddy, man, blah 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 blah." Yo, you know the update? 50 Cent baby mama was in that freak off shit. You know, right? Yo, here's the thing. She said one time she did a freak off, or she went to a freak off. Diddy wasn't there. She said she go to Vegas and it was a mogul and his girlfriend and 5 other people, and they watched somebody fuck on a bed.
You're lying.
Yo, the way it kind of looking, you know who they say the mogul is?
Yeah.
Yo, it all makes sense,
Yo,
man.
listen. Yo, can you tell Kendrick to drop the police?
Nah, he not gonna do that. Hey, the J3 hitter said he said he went to New Ho King
He's
last
a
night.
fucking liar. I FaceTime him. He's in fucking California.
He ain't go out there.
He's a liar, man. That guy is just fucking lying, man. I didn't call nobody. I went for myself. Well, 100 young boys trying to see Kendrick Lamar.
So the Diddy and Cassie situation has been getting freakier and freakier by the day. The more and more I hear about these allegations, Diddy is a freaky man, the king of the freak-offs. And Cassie, you feel me, she was young, vulnerable. But like what Ak said, she could have left. Like, Diddy was not holding her well. You know, this is what's hard for me. Allegedly, Diddy wasn't holding her hostage, but she said on the video that came out in the hotel where he hit her over and drug her back, she was trying to leave one of the freak offs. And Diddy said, "Oh no, you're not gonna leave the freak offs. You got it. Yeah. Wait till the dude, bust a nut, allegedly, then all over you, then scrape it off, go in the other room and rub it on my nipples." That's what he wanted. It sounds so crazy to say, but that's what Diddy wanted. Like, we seen him in the robe. I thought he was just fresh out the shower. But allegedly, he was probably butt naked. I'm surprised there was no baby oil on her or him, or she wiped it off. That's why he was so mad it was no baby oil on. Hey, man. I genuinely feel bad for Cassie. I feel bad for her husband, too, because he has to be in court and he's listening to all these things. And I don't really think Cassie's lying about anything. Like, Cassie just seems like a nice girl, probably like gentle, innocent, like, and she just wanted a career. Like, man, I'm struggling here because I want to be very, very honest about everything, like my point of view. I don't think Diddy was the best of best people, and I think everything he did to Cassie was wrong, and it was definitely manipulative and all that stuff. But like, is it sex trafficking though? Like, this is what he's charged for. Like, domestic violence, yes. Assault, yes. Like, probably a bunch of other crazy stuff, yes. But sex trafficking, bro, I don't know if you could say he was sex trafficking. But it's only day 2 of the trial. And I'm gonna be very, very unbiased about every single thing I say. It's day 2 of the trial. Diddy is he's there every day. They say that he's looking white as hell, he's gray as hell. He's, you feel me? They said he was looking at Cassie the whole time. But day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe 2 weeks later, there might be someone else taking the stand, and we don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe like 3 days later, there's gonna be a new person taking the stand, and they just expose everything about Diddy. Like, we don't know fully everything Diddy's done yet. Like, there might have been men that he was having free calls with. Like, ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Ak was the line about what he said. Diddy should just came out and said that he was a flexible, bro. He should just said he was bisexual, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And what Ak said, bro, all these rappers gotta come out who was around Diddy, like really, really hung around Diddy and was like really cool with him. They need to come out and like, yeah, bro. You gotta defend yourself, your integrity. You feel me? But your boy Big Ak News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And do you feel like Diddy's innocent, or do you feel like he's guilty? And we're talking about sex trafficking. Like, we're not talking about is he a good person or not. Do you think he's guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie? It's your boy Big Ak News, and I'm out.